And with that, greetings from Oshkosh North High School. High school boys and girls basketball tonight is on the air on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream, Games of the Week. I am Joey D alongside Brian Butch here tonight. We got a double header of basketball for you. First up, the girls game. It is Oshkosh West and Oshkosh North, cross-town rivalry, so to speak. And let's bring in my broadcast partner here now, Brian Butch. And Brian, always fun when you get together with, you look back at the records, maybe not the overall best records, but when you get two in-town schools going at it, no matter what sport it is, no matter what the records are, it's always fun.
It is. And you look at this Oshkosh North team, they're averaging 31.3 points per game. You look at this Oshkosh West team, they're averaging 44. So obviously it's going to be a little bit of a defensive battle. Should be a good one. Like you said, the records aren't exactly where they want to be. That being said, you can get a marquee win in a crosstown rivalry game.
Let's take a look at the Oshkosh West girls and what they have done so far. A couple of victories coming over Manitowoc Lincoln, also West Atlas Hale, and a close one, 42-41 their last game against Neenah. As far as Oshkosh North, they have yet to win this season. Some very tough, close losses. Still trying to get to know each other because they had a lot of girls. It's basically a totally different team than last year, so still trying to gel, even though we're only here in January here. You still got a long way to go, but still trying to gel.
Well, Joe, and you hit it right on the head. When you've got a whole group that's new, that's brand new, you try to figure out each other, and sometimes it takes some bumps on the road to get it done. That's so far what we've seen, but again, you get a win in a game like this can change your season.
And we are ready to go. Game number one of our doubleheader, and the tip is controlled by Oshkosh West. They will come out. Morgan Gary, a starter. Also, Kalissa Roshton Baker, Kirsten McNulty, Annalise Hammonds, and Mary Oman. First shot is no good by West, and so one and done. And North has it for the first time. Just underway, no score between North and West. First of two here this evening. Nice Friday evening in Northeast Wisconsin. A lot going on. Getting right back in the swing of things after New Year's. Nice give and go. A lot of contact. They let him play that time. The shot was no good by Gruce. And it's going to go down as a turnover. Jamie Ingen, the coach, putting his hands in the air. What happened there? Why was there no call?
Well, again, in a situation like that, it might have been deflected, might not. You just got to find a way to keep playing through it. Good offense, good patience there by North. Here you see North in a 2-3 zone. How do you beat a zone? I've talked about this during the Ryder-Wisconsin game. Ryder did it against Wisconsin. You get to the elbows, you make some outside shots, or you beat them down in transition.
Three not there, but the putback is for Kirsten McNulty, and West scores the first two of the ballgame.
If you're going to go zone, you hear it a lot, but it's one of those things. You must box out. You must find bodies. Zones, the tougher thing is trying to find bodies.
2-0 West just underway, and the ball goes out of bounds, and that's going to be another turnover on North. Two already here in their first two possessions for the Spartans. They come out with Bolter, Borowitz, Gruz, Lieb, and Ott, their head coach Jamie Ingen in his third year. Coach for the Wildcats, Kanisha Phillips in her second. Nice jump stop, but a little short for McNulty. That goes on the baseline. That'll be the first turnover on West. Back to the Spartans.
West has been doing a good job of getting the ball to the elbows. I think when you get the ball to the elbows, good things happen.
Mentioned a really young team here for Oshkosh North. Only one senior listed, that being Emma Lieb. They do start Mallory Ott, a freshman. A couple of juniors and a sophomore as well. And down 2-0 here in the early going, about 2 minutes in to this contest. And back into that 2-3 zone, like you mentioned. That's how you beat it. You lob it down low. It was blocked away, and then it goes out of bounds on Oman. So nice defense by the Spartans, forcing another turnover.
And Jamie Ingen, coach, is trying to get a little bit of a 3-second call. He's working the refs right there. I like what Oshkosh West is doing, though, by picking up full court, making them challenge a little bit. Anytime that you've got a young team and you can give them a different look, it's a good thing. I do like the attack there by Oshkosh North. If you're going to get pressed, you got to attack it yourself.
No good by Ashley Borowitz. Comes West, long three. Loose ball rebound. The lob down low, and we'll get our first foul and our first and one. Mary Owen will step to the line. Right place at the right time on that attempt.
That always helps. Right place, right time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to get lucky, too.
Foul goes on Lieb, her first and the first of the game. Free throw is missed by Oman. So it's 4-0. Spartans still looking for that first bucket. They attack right away, and drawing the foul is Gruce, and she will head to the line.
Well, there is a great example of where she drove the lane line, right? And you drive the lane line because it does what? When you have a straight line drive like she had, it created two things. There was no help side, so then you had to get, the foul was created. If the help would have came from the corner, you would have had an open three there. So anytime you're able to straight line drive, that is a huge advantage. That's what you saw there.
Bruce missing the first one. Foul goes on Oman, by the way. Mary Oman, the 5'11 senior, one of the big leaders of this team. And the second one is made, so that's got to feel good. At least you get on the scoreboard. Makes it 4-1 here in the early going.
Sometimes the toughest point is the first point. Great action. You see here with Oshkosh North, they've done a great job of getting the ball into the zone. As soon as you get paint touches, as soon as you're able to get elbows, you're able to get different looks. There you're seeing it. Now, the one thing I'd like to see from Oshkosh West is I'd love to see their girls be shot ready. There was an example of it, but she had to shuffle her feet to try to get ready. When you're playing against a zone and it's moving around like that, Joey, make sure your feet are set. Your feet are set, then you can shoot right away.
Speaking of shooting right away and nailing the three-pointer, Ashley Borowitz. And we are tied up at 4. Nice run by the Spartans. 2 quick buckets. Or a free throw in a bucket, I should say, and it's tied up at 4. Couple of minutes into this one, spin move on the low block. That will not go for McNulty. Spartans come away with it.
Joey, good move there. I really liked the move, just didn't finish.
They were looking to run and gun, but now they back it out. Get it to Gruz. She stops right there at that free throw line and has to reset things. 4 minutes into the contest. All tied up at 4 apiece. Expecting a good crowd here tonight. Boys game to follow. There's a turnover on both teams. Unofficially, I got them both down with 3 so far here in the first 4.5 minutes of this game.
Again, a young team there's an example of what I was saying, though, with a young team, turnovers are one of those things you try to overcome a little bit. I think what they've done so far, though, nice by Oshkosh North, is they've straight line drive. All their drives have been at the basket. Anytime that they've been able to straight line drive, they've been able to get good looks or get to the free throw line. Here's a free throw created. Now they're going to talk about this.
And basically a line change. Everybody new in for Oshkosh North. That's something Coach Engen, again, is trying to figure out with this team just how deep they are. Looks like they're pretty deep right off there. Mallory Ott right out of the inbound play, and they got their first lead of the game on a 6-0 run now. They get 6-4 North. With their first 2. Into the lane, drawing the foul was Hammonds, and she will head to the line.
Yeah, and I think the attack there was really good. You talk about how to beat a zone again. You can do it off the dribble by attacking the elbows. You can do it by passing. We've seen a lot of that so far from Oshkosh West, so they've done a good job.
And the first free throw is good for Hammonds. And she will have another. More substitutions coming in for both sides. A foul, by the way, going on Ariana Hudson. It's her first, the second on North. And she made them both. Ties us back up at 6 apiece.
Would you expect it any different, Joey?
Oh, no, especially to start this game.
Cross town, both teams trying to figure it out, work through it, try to get some wins.
Believe it or not, in the series, it's actually been dominated by Oshkosh North. They've yet to win a game this year, 0-9. But in this series, they've won 9 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams. There's a 3. Good. Knocked down by Callista Roshan Baker.
Well, and you looked at what did Roshan Baker do? She was able to get her feet set, and she was able to raise up. Really liked that approach, especially when you're playing a zone as a shooter. You know you've got to have your feet set.
9-6. They regained the lead after a 6-0 run by the Spartans. A little more trouble there, and they force the turnover again. Here come the Wildcats. And a travel right at the top of the key. She was trying to get rid of it, but took too many steps, and we'll have some more subs. Yeah, last year, these two teams, 69-37, 64-43. North winning both of them. After North went 15-8 last year, but then lost pretty much everybody. It's kind of a regrouping year this year, and stepping out of bounds. An unforced error on West. Another turnover goes back to the Spartans. I got 5 in the early going on West, 4 on the Spartans. Almost another one right there.
The one area you want to avoid is that area before half court.
Yeah.
That's exactly where Oshkosh North drove the ball into. Again, then you know that's a problem area. You try to make the right pass out of it, but that's where the defense shifts over, and because the defense has shifted over, you put yourself in a bind.
It's almost 6 minutes into this one. West with the slide lead, 9-6. Glad you could join us on this Friday night. Fox Communities Credit Union video stream games of the week. TheScoreWI.com. Also our YouTube channel. Subscribe to that. The 3-ball, no good. Rebound. Ella Tigert, who came into the game. Trying to lob it low to McNulty, and players diving all over the place, alternating possession. It is going to go back to Oshkosh North. And again, more subs. I think every time there's a stoppage, both of these teams.
Yes, Joe, you're right. Every time there's been something. So
mixed people in and out.
Again, this full court trapping defense has really caused a problem for North. And as I say that, middle of it, what's that? Another turnover there by Oshkosh North. You don't need to dribble into it. You know, that's a great example of you attack hard off the dribble, you use your retreat dribble. I think one thing in high school basketball, and I've had a chance to work with a lot of programs over the state of Wisconsin, I think it's lost that retreat dribble, especially against pressure.
Second 3 of the game for Roshan Baker. She's got 6, and it doubles up the lead, 12-6. On the breakaway, trying to answer. Blocked away from behind. Good transition defense by the Wildcats. It'll stay Spartans ball. Both teams going on little runs here the last couple of minutes of 6-0. About 7 minutes into this first half. Little isolation, picks up the dribble. Lobbed it right to Roshan Baker. A 2-on-2, dumps it off the glass. Easy bunny miss by McNulty.
Good pass, just missed it like you said, Joey. But one of the things Oshkosh North is doing, it sounds very, very simple, but hand targets. That last possession that they lost, there's no hand target, and because of that, it's a turnover.
Quick shot is no good by Borowitz. And here come the Wildcats. Pretty high pace so far. That's why they've had to substitute so many players, and then they throw it away again. Man, a lot of unforced turnovers by both teams.
And if you play a zone, the reason you're playing a zone, Joe, is you want to junk it up a little bit. And what has it done? You've junked it up. They really have. And now you see Oshkosh West, they're going three-quarter court, and they're trying to junk it up. And that's why the reason for the turnover.
And they pick up the dribble before they get to half court. Not what you
never
would like
a
to
good
see.
sign, exactly.
Someone could come get you right away. But they do break it. Able to set some kind of offense up here. Nice left-handed dribble into the lane. And to the free throw line will go Gruce, drawing the foul.
And that's a great example. Defensively, you hear the term wall up or chest up a whole bunch. Anytime you reach down, that's going to be a foul. And I think as soon as you're able as a defender to realize that you're not going to block more shots than you're going to alter, you get better at it. But everybody has that mindset, Joey, of, hey, I'm going to block a shot. How many block shots are there in the games on average?
Maybe
6.
5 or 6.
Well, I was going to say,
yeah.
right? Yeah. I think Wisconsin's averaging 6 or 7, and they got Nate Reavers, who's 4th in the Big Ten, right? So there's an example of it. It doesn't happen, but how many shots can you alter in a game? That number is way bigger than the amount of blocks.
Good point. 1 for 2 was Gruz. She's now 2 for 4 at the line. Nice block, and they're going to call a held ball. Good defense coming over and forcing that was Emma Lieb.
Yeah, and when you have a zone, it's tough to put a dribble drop action in because that dribble drop action, there's going to be a defense that sucks in. That's what we saw there.
Lieb, the 5'8 senior, the only senior on this squad.
And when I talk about the dribble drop, what is that? That's a post move. That's an example of where you can put one dribble down and then you drop the other way. So if I dribble to my left, I'm going to drop to my right.
Well, the score again to double back up, 14-7. As we approach the halfway mark of the first half. And that goes out of bounds. Another turnover on the Spartans. I got both teams now with 7 unofficially. It'll be West ball. They'll bring it all the way across half court. That's where they tried to throw it in from.
Good ball fake there. And that's, again, I like what West has been doing so far. They've really done a good job of attacking this zone. Have they missed some bunnies? Yeah. Have they missed some open threes? Yes. But what they've done is they've worked the areas that they've needed to. There's a great shot.
For the 3rd time in this first half, Callista Roshan Baker from downtown. And she causes a steal here, and we'll head to the free throw line.
Well, and she's really been very active tonight, but a lot of it is I love that she's had her feet set on most of all of her jump shots. There's a reason she's got 3 of them. It's not by accident.
And that foul will go on Mallory Ott. That is her first and the team's 3rd. Both teams with 3 fouls, and a timeout is taken. We will take one as well. 17-7 our score. Back in a moment here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream games of the week.
What rhymes with great?
And bring it back after the timeout, basically at the quarter post here of this one. 17-7 West on top, thanks to 3 3-pointers by Roshan Baker, leading the way so far in this first half. Right out of the timeout. It's tapped out of bounds. It will stay Spartans ball, and another substitution coming in. Peyton Updegraft, 6-foot sophomore for the North Spartans. Nice turnaround move. Will not go for McNulty. Rebound North. See if they can get something going back on offense. It's been a while since they scored. And almost breaking that streak.
Well, and again, that's a situation where we talk about our feet a lot, or I've talked a lot about feet and balance. Feet weren't exactly set there, and because of that, you're off balance. And when you're off balance like that, you miss shots. There you had good balance, and that's why the layup goes in.
Hammonds with the bucket. They extend the lead 19-7. Remember, it was 6-6 at one point. So big run here by West, and that's a big reason why these self-turnovers by the Spartans.
Yeah, and we've seen this West defense really now start to kind of grow some teeth. And what do I mean by that? Grow some teeth. They're able to get some more deflections, turnovers, and they're making Oshkosh North a lot more uncomfortable right now. There's another 3 there by McNulty. I mean, and that's how do you get a team out of the zone? You make a lot of outside shots.
She's got 5, extends the lead once again, and another turnover. Nice bounce pass on the inside, taken right back away by Nort.
Well,
Nice job not giving up.
I was going to say, great hustle there by Bailey as well, because she was able to sink into it and really see, and then she drives and attacks. Great hustle there by Bailey Bolter.
Correct the score there, 22-7 with 7:43 left to play in this first half. I can do my math correct here. That is a 16-1 run that they're on right now for West. Spartans trying to get something going. The left-handed runner will not go for Gabby Kemp. And here comes West. The lay-in is good by McNulty. Back-to-back buckets by her.
Well, and she did a great job of making sure she got ahead of the defense, but Hammonds did a great job and great vision. What she was able to do is put that pass right on point where it needed to be.
3 by Borowitz, no. Another 3 by Gruss this time, and a little bit off the mark. It'll go out of bounds. Back to West. Back in Roshan Baker. Didn't need too much of a breather for her. It's 24-7. An 18-1 run by the Cats.
And here you see it extended a little bit, and that's the defense. You change it up a little bit. You know, it's a 1-3-1 now. Before we saw a 2-3-2. You're just changing looks, trying to give Oshkosh West something different there. Because of that change, you get a turnover.
Got 8 on West unofficially. And 9 on the Spartans. Pump fake in the handoff. Everybody seems to be moving, so you like to see that on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything drop like the close ones like that.
Like that. Here's the example, though, right? There's a missed shot, and that's a offensive rebound that Oshkosh North is able to get. But the problem was what didn't occur was the body. There was no body-on-body contact. I was able to go up and over, and because of that, there's no foul call. I love the no call because there was no body. No one ignited and got together body to body for a box out. Too many people want to turn their heads and try to rebound. I'm telling you right now, if you are able to get a body, you will get more rebounds.
Ott is able to make the first one. That breaks the streak that West was on. And she'll have another. The lefty misses the second, so it's 24-8. 6.5 left to play in this first half. First of our doubleheader tonight. Glad you tuned in this evening. Long 3 ball is off the mark for Schlottenhauer. And a tie-up. It'll stay West ball. It's a fun one to say. Schlottenhauer. Mia Schlottenhauer. 5'11" junior. And if you couldn't tell, we are right below the horn. Pretty loud sometimes, especially when you have substitutions every time there's a dead ball.
And we have had that.
Spartans ball as we approach a 6-minute mark. Again, looks like a lot of movement and losing control of it. That has shown maybe a little bit of inexperience there. And in the lane on the jump stop, a foul from behind on the Spartans.
Yeah, and I like the pace at which Oshkosh was. They've been able to get some stops, and because of the stops, they've been really to get out open and look to push a little bit. They've got some good work, good looks.
There's a pretty good look, and it won't fall, but a loose ball rebound by Gary, and they'll be able to reset. In the corner, Roshan Baker, 3 3-pointers, doesn't take this one, dishes it out to her teammate who will take it. McNulty, no. Rebound won't go as well. The land of the Giants, Lieb comes down with it for the Spartans. Runner in the lane, no for Bolter. Gets her own rebound, though. Love that, staying with it. Out across near the big O in at midcourt. Nice footing, nailing the three-pointer, Emma Lieb. Boy, you give her some time, she'll knock that one down. And they're in double figures. That's got to feel good. Here are the Spartans. Just stay within reach here. Trying to answer. No, but a second chance opportunity again.
Julian, we've seen a good amount of second chance opportunities from this Oshkosh West team. Again, Oshkosh North, if you're in a zone, what's the toughest thing about being in a zone? Obviously the communication side of it, but then you got to be able to put bodies on bodies. We've talked a lot about that, but it's so much more magnified when you're in a zone.
Foul goes on Megan Grews, her first, and that's team foul number 5 on the Spartans. About 4:45 left to play in this first half. Another 3 attempt. Would have been her 4th of the game, but instead it bounces out of bounds. It'll be Spartans' ball. She's got a nice looking shot though.
Well, yeah, and I love that their feet are set. She's ready to, be active with it. She's brought a lot of energy on the defensive end as well. I'm really impressed here with Roshan Baker.
Leads the team in scoring, 14.5 a game, and the Cats are going to get it back on another turnover on the Spartans. Callista, 14.5 points, 4.5 rebounds a game. Had 12 against Neenah in that 1-point win their last time out. Almost has that already in this first half. Down to nearly 4 minutes left to play. A little more patience on offense this possession for West. Just a couple of dribbles before each pass. And then they don't pass at all. They're working around. Everybody touches it. It lands in the hands of Ella Tigert, and an easy bucket down low.
Well, and you hit it, but it was everybody touched the ball. And to me, that's what made that possession really, really impressive.
Extends the lead to 15, which I believe is the biggest here of this first half. And another quick turnover. Cats will get it back. Try and force it in. Lucky they didn't give it right back. There's that deep 3. Good. Morgan Gary. Her first 3, the 5th 3 of this first half for Oshkosh West.
There's a steal that's going to lead to something positive, it looks like.
Off the glass and in again for Roshan Baker. She's in double figures, 11, and a timeout is called.
And the turnovers are definitely what hurts there. You got to make sure you're getting shots.
31-11. We'll take a timeout, come back right after this.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across the state of Wisconsin. Contrary to how some reports misrepresent the data available, the risk of serious injury in high school football is less than it has ever been. With better teaching, better rules, and better equipment, the Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
Back here at Oshkosh North High School, Joey D and Brian Butch along with you, Adam Van Handel on our camera work here this evening. First of 2 that we will bring you. And this one so far, biggest lead of the game for Oshkosh West as we've got about 3 minutes left to play here in this first half. West really starting to pull away. Till right there, as soon as I say it, nice pump fake. Bailey Bolter off the glass.
Well, pump fake, but a better look. It was over the defense. Really good pass there.
I was going to see if there's a 3 or a 2. Only a 2 there for Brianna Davis. And the quick answer by the Wildcats. And they force yet another turnover. And a hard foul is committed by Megan Grews. They're scoring faster than I can put it up on the on our scoreboard. That'll be 6 team fouls. So from here on out, the last 2:39, West will be heading to the line. She's getting it done now at the free throw line for Roshan Baker. She hit 3 threes, a layup, and now a free throw.
Well, and it's been the ability. Obviously, the turnovers have really helped Oshkosh West get going here. But again, the Oshkosh West pace has just been a little bit quicker than what Oshkosh North has been able to handle.
Makes it 35-13. Just a couple of minutes left to play here in this first half. Steal and a breakaway. Laying it in again, Roshan Baker. What a half for Callista.
Well, and she's anticipated a lot. She's on top of this zone, and she's able to gamble. The thing that I've liked is her gambles haven't been unrewarded. Every time she's gone, she's been able to get the basketball.
With that bucket, she has more points than Oshkosh North does as a team here in this first half. Jumper is missed.
It looks like she's a little tired right now because that closeout that she just had there, probably, I should say probably, it wasn't at the same pace that we have seen her play at. And I understand it. She's been doing everything else. And as she goes out, exactly.
As you say that, guess who gets a little breather here? Probably for the rest of the first half with the commanding lead. Again, she's got 15, and North is a team with 13. Just on fire. So she is right at the season average so far in their first 8 games. She was averaging 14 and a half. Already has that. No doubt who the leader is in the first half of the season so far for West. A foul down below on Tigert. That is her second. Team's 5th. And Gruz, it's already her 5th free throw of this first half, and she made it.
I like how she's attacked. She's been very, very active and has done a really good job of attacking.
She's now 3 for 5. Another substitution into the game. Just checking our scoreboards. Yep, they are correct. And rolls in for her. Make it 4 for 6 for Megan tonight at the line. All of her points coming there.
And here we see Oshkosh North extend the defense a little bit. We'll see how Oshkosh West responds.
A lot of contact. Knocked down from behind. Brianna Davis committing that one. And that is 6 fouls on both teams now. We'll see free throws for the final minute 21 of this first half. Pretty high pace so far. North gets it back. So officially the turnover. Got 10 on West, and unofficially I got 12 on North. Totally unofficial. That one just did get off the fingertips of one of the West players. Right in front of the bench of Kenesha Phillips in her second year for Oshkosh West. And another unforced turnover on North. Last year, West going 5-18 in her first year, 3-15 in conference play. Lost to Chippewa Falls in the regionals. Back this year with 3 wins. On our way to number 4. If they keep this up, that's McNulty again.
Again, they've been playing with great patience, and they've been able to really, there you see them, the passing lanes, the way they've been able to pressure Oshkosh North. It's been really good.
Makes it 39-15. It's under a minute left to play. Long 3 ball. Side of the rim, no good. Hammonds rips it down for West. Nice ball movement. Getting up against that defense that's changed a couple of times in this first half for North. Rebound put back is good for McNulty.
Yeah,
Back buckets for her.
Yeah, and Oshkosh West done a good job on the offensive glass as well. It really has. Defensively, they've created some really good and opportunistic turnovers. I think defensively they've been pretty decent. And then offensively, they've worked the, I'll call them the good areas against the zone.
Last second shot will not go, and that's how we head to the locker rooms here after one half of play. It is Oshkosh West 41 and Oshkosh North 15. First half thoughts there, Brian Butch.
Again, I think Oshkosh West has done a good job of making sure that they've been able to get to the elbows. They've been able to get short corners. And then against that zone, they've done a great job of rebounding on the defensive end. They've created some opportunities for themselves. They've got some turnovers. And then I think Oshkosh North, one of the things that's hurting them the most is just their turnovers. So you just got to use a couple more ball fakes and try to create some different passing lanes. And if you're able to do that, you might be able to get some looks. You want to get shots at the basket to give yourself a chance.
Halftime here at Oshkosh North High School in the girls contest. And we've got two games for you here tonight. The boys will follow this one. But our halftime score, it is Oshkosh West 41 and Oshkosh North 15. We'll take a time out here from all of our very fine sponsors here this evening. And back for half number 2 on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream games of the week.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made this vacation happen.
Double points with every purchase?
Cleverly merging promotions.
Love it.
Cross-referencing travel sites. And booking all your flights with those...
Vouchers. I got us bumped.
They were like, oh. But now they're like... Aloha. You aced this vacation. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Oh, emojis. I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls. Just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you. She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
Help up the hand.
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, mate.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Sometimes you can tell when it's time to look for a bigger house. Get the home, the yard, and the loan that will make your dreams and your dog's come true. Talk to the mortgage lending experts at Fox. Get free pre-approval and helpful home buying advice so you can see just how much space you can afford. Let Fox help you with 22 locations and lending experts to make it easy. Visit foxcu.org for details.
Fox Communities.
When you're looking for a cutting-edge local company to produce your creative screen-printed or embroidered apparel for your business or team, Creative Imprint in Neenah is that company. Their experienced staff can bring all your ideas to life. They make you part of the experience with their online designing tool that allows customers to design their own t-shirts. That's how they make you part of the experience. Design your t-shirt and place your order online at creativeimprintapparel.com. Experience the difference.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
I'm Tom Julian from the Julian Strategic Alliance Group. I'm inviting you to have my team help you develop your personal, estate, and business planning goals. Let us put together comprehensive financial strategies for your success in every season of your life. Contact us today to get started. We're right on the CE Trail in Kimberly. We can help you establish retirement income goals, work with you on your asset protection allocation, and guide you on future income growth strategies. I would like to meet with you to begin the conversation. Call us. Let's get started.
100 years in business, thousands of construction projects, countless memories, and priceless relationships for which we are eternally grateful. But we're just getting started. The team at Myron Construction thrives on bringing dreams to life, and we're looking forward to the next century of building excellence for our clients, partners, and the community. Because building excellence isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or building your dream home, Fox helps make I love this place happen. Fox makes it easy to lock in low and go, so you can make I can have my own chickens happen. If you're a first-time homebuyer, Fox offers low closing costs and as little as 3% down, so you can make I can turn the music up as loud as I want happen. Apply today at foxcu.org. Fox Communities Credit Union. Make life happen.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
And we welcome you back to Oshkosh High School for school girls and boys basketball here this evening on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream games. I'm Brian Butch, Adam Van Handel, our camera guy here this evening. I want to welcome everybody watching on our YouTube channel and also thescorewi.com. You see our halftime score 41-15. Some of the halftime scoring, a couple of players in double figures. The only two average in double figures all season long so far for the Wildcats. Getting it done again here in the first half. Callista Roshan Baker with 15, including 3 3-pointers. A couple of buckets and a couple of free throws as well. 13 points for Kirsten McNulty. That's how many she had against Nina. She has that in the first half here tonight including 4 field goals and also a 3-point bucket, too. 3 points for Morgan Gary on a 3-pointer. Brianna Davis has a bucket. Annalise Hammonds has a couple of free throws. Ella Tigert, 2 points off of the bench. And Mary Oman has 4 as well. For Oshkosh North, they are led in scoring by Megan Grews with 4 points, all of them at the free throw line. Ashley Borowitz has 3, also 3 for Emma Lieb, also 3 for Mallory Ott, and 2 for Bailey Bolter. That's your scoring for Oshkosh North here at the half as they trail 41-15. Let's bring back in Brian Butch. And, well, if you're each side, I guess, what do you say in the locker room, Brian?
Well, I think it's simple. If you're Oshkosh West, we're going to continue what we're doing. Continue to hit the offense rebounds against the zone. Continue to get good shots. Oshkosh North, hey, let's just try to get shots. We've turned the ball over too much. I don't care if we make or miss shots, but let's get that ball back up on the backboard. Give ourselves an opportunity to get some offense rebounds. Find different ways to score. And limit the turnovers for Oshkosh North.
And we're just about set for second half play. Again, glad you could join us here on this beautiful Friday evening. I want to thank our primary sponsor all season long, Fox Communities Credit Union, for bringing you high school football and basketball. And we got some college basketball, too, as well. Oshkosh women's and men's action this season, too, coming at you. Here we go, half number 2, and a quick turnover right out of the gate. It's got to feel good if you're a Spartans fan. Forcing it not even 10 seconds in, and all of a sudden you get the ball right back.
Well, right, and just creating some opportunities. You got to try to get your offense going a little bit. This is a great, turnovers are a great way to do that.
Yeah, foul goes on McNulty. That is her second. Of course, the first here of the second half. And the Spartans try and get something going. First game of 2020. There's a 3 ball. That is no good. Tapped around, and West comes away with it. Borowitz had a pretty good look at it. She nailed one in that first half, but misses on that attempt. Nice pump fake, jump stop. Hammonds, a little too hard. Fought for, and that'll be a tie-up. And it's going to go back the other way.
Really good look there. I think the pump fake, as you said, Joey, got it open, but the ability to know when you're open and when to use a shot figure, very, very crucial.
So Spartans get it back. Neither team scored on their first possession of this second half. Just over a minute into it. Crowd really starting to build up. I noticed that at halftime as I took a little stroll around, went down, checked the scoring, make sure I was right, and it's really starting to get crowded in here. Big night here on the north side of Oshkosh. These crosstown rivals. Nice move, no, and a rebound put back is good. Mallory Ott. She leads the team in scoring now with 5. And North first to score here in the second half.
Well, and what I like about these crosstown rivalry games, it really is a great opportunity for the whole city to come together and just watch some basketball. Boys, girls, everyone's on the same playing field with it. That's what I like as well. Sometimes you got to split between, well, do I watch the boys one night? Do I watch the girls one night? Now you can come out and watch both.
That 3 will not go for Roshan Baker. She had 3 of them in that first half, and her first attempt in the second half won't go. One thing I remember about coming here, it's only, I want to say maybe 4th or 5th time I've been able to do a broadcast from here, but it seems like every time I come here, there's some kind of storm going on outside. Luckily, tonight, it's a little more quiet than when I've been here in the past. But I'm sure that's going to change. And they throw it away. Missing the layup, and a rebound put back. Won't go either, but we'll see some free throws.
Well, and there's an example, though, of transition defense. And I'm big on it. They're worried about the ball. Get to the front of the rim. And if you're able to get to the front of the rim, you don't need to try to find where the ball is. You know where the ball is going to come. And if it's a 2-on-1 situation and the offense wants to pull up from 15 feet, you've won that battle. That's a tough shot versus a layup or getting to the free throw line.
And missing the first one at that line is Hammonds. Made the second one. She's got 3 points tonight, all three coming from the charity stripe. And the first point, I should say, of the second half for West. 42-17. Nice defense out top once again. Stiff man-to-man defense by West. Little penetration there by Kempf. Picked up her dribble again. They've been doing that a lot. Picking up the dribble a little bit early. Not there, though. Driving in and drawing the foul was Gruce. Boy, she's been really aggressive tonight. And that foul will go on Mary Oman. That is her third. Second here in the second half. And back to that line goes Gruce. She was a leading scorer in the first half with 4. And all 4 points coming from the line, and she can't get her fifth one there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've said it, but it is. She's done a great job of attacking the paint and trying to get to the free throw, trying to create something.
And she'll have another. For Gru's, a 5'5" junior. Makes the second one.
Yeah, Megan, she's done a good job.
So makes it 18, not 178. It's 18. That might be a record. That goes out of bounds. That'll go back to the Spartans. 42-18. Let me recheck. Yep, that's what we got. 3 minutes into half number 2. Still a lot of basketball to be played here tonight, both in this half and then boys game to follow. If you're just tuning in, we do thank you. Long three from the left elbow, and that won't go. Come the Cats. Nice ball movement, right baseline.
Great cut.
Finds the cutter and one. Or did she travel? They called a travel on her. That was a great cut, though, by Roshan Baker. But too many steps. Wonder why it was a good cut, I guess. Now the Spartans get it back. As they try and get something going. And not that time. Losing control of it at the other end, though, is Brianna Davis, and falling down. We'll have a tie-up. Alternating possession. I believe it stays with West.
And if you're Oshkosh West, where are you at? Right, you're up a decent amount here, but you can't get sloppy. I think that's the one thing that you're seeing a little bit from Oshkosh West. You know, if I'm Coach Phillips, I want to make sure that the girls understand, like, we've got to continue to use this as opportunities to get better.
That's left hand put in by Ella Taggart. She's got 4, extends the lead for the Wildcats. 44-18. Runner will not go, and too much size there. Hammonds rips that one right away, and she'll go coast to coast, off the glass and in. What a move. Baseline to baseline, Annalise Hammonds.
Yeah, really great attack. She was patient. She let Roshan Baker run across, created the lane. Really, really good patience.
Swinging around, little pump fake in the corner, but again, picking up that dribble. Having to skip past it to Kempf, looking for up to Graff down low, but she is covered. Now she goes out to get it at the free throw line, kicks it back out. 3 by Borowitz, no. Again, the rebound, Hammonds. She had 9 rebounds against Nina. In their victory in their last timeout. Another foul going to go on the Spartans, I believe, on Emma Phillips.
Yeah, and what Oshkosh West is doing is they're doing a great job of pushing the tempo. And that's what I was talking about earlier, is taking advantage, realizing, hey, listen, we have a big lead, but this should not stop the way that we play. They wanted to get out and push it in the first half. You got to continue to do that in the second half. That's what they're doing now.
Converts on the first one. Taggart now with 5 points this evening. Topping her 4 the other night, or the other game, I should say, against Nina. And she made that one. Back-to-back free throws. Extends the lead back up to the biggest of the game for the Cats at 30. 48-18. Again, the ball loose on the floor. No whistle just yet. Nobody has it. Nobody yelling timeout. And held ball. I think both teams were trying to get a timeout called, but nobody really had it. So it stays with the Spartans. Nice bounce pass. Blocked away. Just too much size for West.
There you see a foul on Davis, and it was just a reach-in, right, Joy? And that's one of the things that we've talked about a good amount today. It's something I talk about during camps that I run and in general. You've got to understand there's no reason to reach in those situations. Make somebody finish through you.
Free throws made by Mallory Ott. She's now 2 for 3 at the line tonight. Leading scorer so far was 6. And she misses the second. Makes it 48-19 though. Almost 6 minutes into half number 2. A little different look defensively. Leaves someone wide open in the corner and nailing the three-pointer, Kirsten McNulty. That's her second 3 of the game. She's got 16.
Well, what West did there is they moved the ball around. They got it to the paint. They got it on the block. The block, once you get it there, the defense collapsed. Then what was open was a wide-open 3.
51-19. And again, it's loose, diving after it. A couple of different players. West comes up with it. The lay-in won't go. Well, I love the intensity of both teams. Well, you look out there on the court, you wouldn't be able to tell what the score is, because both teams are really going after it, diving after it, right there at midcourt.
Isn't that what you get, though, when you talk about Oshkosh West, Oshkosh North, crosstown rivalries? Like, you're going to get that energy no matter what the score is.
Definitely getting it here tonight. West getting the better of it right now. Just under 12 minutes left to play, approaching the 11-minute mark. And again, another foul, and Ott will head back to the free throw line. This one, I believe, is going to go on Taggart. Nope, they call that one on Morgan Gary. Free throw rims in and out. That's Gary's first and the team's third. Check that 4 here in the second half. And Ott will have another one. Made it. We've had bulk of their points coming at the free throw line tonight for Oshkosh North. And here come the Tigers. They throw it away. Spartans
and I was
get it back.
I was just going to say, I was just going to compliment them on the interior passing that they had, because it was really good, but quickly lose it and goes out of bounds.
And back the other way we go. And stay tuned. We got another contest for you right after this one, the boys' game between these same 2 schools. There's a 3 ball. The left wing, and that won't go for Mia Schlotthauer. We're fighting back. Get a lot of movement on offense for the Spartans. Just trying to get still in the groove of things. Basically a whole new team this year. Looking for that first victory. Gotta believe it'll come at some point this season. Nice look. Down low. Easy put in for Ella Taggart.
Well, and Ella did a great job of just running to the front of the rim. No one matched up on her. And she was smart enough to realize if I run to the front of the rim, good things are going to happen.
Under 10 to go. Long three is buried. Emma Lieb. That is her second three of the night. And a timeout is taken. So we will take one, too. This will be a full timeout. We will come back to Oshkosh North right after this.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Sometimes you can tell when it's time to look for a bigger house. Get the home, the yard, and the loan that will make your dreams and your dogs come true. Talk to the mortgage lending experts at Fox. Get free pre-approval and helpful home buying advice so you can see just how much space you can afford. Let Fox help you with 22 locations and lending experts to make it easy. Visit foxcu.org for details.
Fox Communities.
When you're looking for a cutting-edge local company to produce your creative screen-printed or embroidered apparel for your business or team, Creative Imprint in Neenah is that company. Their experienced staff can bring all your ideas to life. They make you part of the experience with their online designing tool that allows customers to design their own t-shirts. That's how they make you part of the experience. Design your t-shirt and place your order online at creativeimprintapparel.com. Experience the difference.
Back to action here at Oshkosh North High School with West in control here, 53-23. And again, just about at that quarter post. Just over 9 minutes left to play in this one. Started off a lot more competitive what the score shows right now. There's a takeaway. Something positive for the Spartans. And West went on a pretty big run there in the middle part of that first half, and they have never looked back.
Well, you're right, Johnny. It was a lot of turnovers, a lot of there's an example
Just
of
like
that.
Yep.
Exactly.
Right on cue.
And then Oshkosh West got out and converted in transition. There they turned the ball over, but they got out in transition off of turnovers, converted. And it's amazing how quickly the league can balloon in those situations.
Now under 9 to go. A whistle as she started the drive, push from behind. Ariana Hudson was pushed. Foul goes on. I believe Schotthauer. Be her first. Team's 5th of this second half. Passing up the shot there was Ott. We're going to get into some kind of offensive flow here. Drive and picked up by Rock Teschel into the game. Chloe Rock Teschel.
Great defense.
And again, a fight for the ball and yet another tie-up. We've seen a lot of held balls in this one, and this time on the alternating possession, it'll back over to West, and a new 5 in for Oshkosh North.
Lloyd did a great job there of just standing her ground and letting the defender or letting the offensive player come right to her. No foul called either way. I liked it. Really, really good defense.
Still at 30-point advantage right now. Good pump fake. Left-hand runner. Didn't go for Reese Lang, but that was a pretty move. Jumper on the baseline from Lang also. Another opportunity near the top of the key. That one won't go. Finally, Spartans get the rebound. Here they come. Left-handed Bolter. That is no good, and back the other way will go Omen. Lang picks up her dribble. Nice ball movement back into the paint. Crossover dribble, no good, and rebound. Oshkosh North. The no-footer missed by Mary Omen. She usually makes those. Haven't had a score here in quite a while. Kind of stuck on this 30-point stretch for both teams. Tapped around again. It's kicked out by who? Looks like went off the foot of Bolter. So the Wildcats ball, and they will make the substitutions this time. couple of the starters coming back in here for Oshkosh West. Roshan Baker, who had 15 points in that first half, hasn't scored so far in the second, but she hasn't been in as much. She has it right now. Gets a screen out front.
But I'll tell you one thing there. I love the ball fakes she used. You know, those ball fakes created enough time for the cutter to come to the free throw line. So instead of making that pass or receiving it on the wing, now the receiver gets it in the high post area and you can do something with it.
Sabrina Pickett with the bucket. Finally, someone scores. Been a while since either team has put it through the net, and bodies flying everywhere. I think we'll get a foul called on Oshkosh West. That will go on Roshan Baker, her first. Team foul number 6 on West. Looking, and a timeout called by Jamie Ingen. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. Hear from one of our sponsors. Back after this on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream, Game of the Week.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
Back to action, and in the corner with the 3 right out of the timeout, Gabby Kempf. That's got to feel good. I mean, just seconds later, boom. Exactly what they drew up, right?
Exactly. Always the way it goes.
Hanging tough. Yeah, the Spartans with the takeaway. 6 minutes left to go. Still down by a nice margin here, but fighting back. That is Peyton Updegraff. 5 straight points in a matter of just a couple of seconds. Well, they keep doing that, we may have ourselves a ball game again.
Well, and I think it's one of those things where, again, lucky bounce there by Oshkosh West. Again, when you have such a big lead like this, the toughest thing is to continue to play the way that you've been playing. Oshkosh West needs to look back to getting into the passing lanes, looking to try to get some steals, get some easy baskets. Again, if you're Oshkosh North, just worry about getting shots.
(55-28) with about 5 minutes left to play. Trying to go baseline with it, but kicked out of there by Oman, and Oman's whistled for her 4th, if that is on her. And that will be team foul number 7. So Oman will take a seat. And back in for her is Ella Taggart. And some more free throws here for Oshkosh North. That one's good. Sweet shot there by Bailey Bolter. She had 12 points, 11 boards to lead them against Marshfield in their last time out. She only has 3 points here this evening, though. Really held in check. And make it 4 points after making back-to-back free throws for Bolter. Makes it 55-30, and another foul is called. We've had quite a few whistles.
We have, you're right.
In this ball game. Brian just shrugged his shoulders. What's going on? It's Bolter's first and third. A lot of fouls, a lot of tie-ups as well. The alternating possessions just going back and forth. Both teams still going at it hard, including the jumper there. That is good by McNulty.
Yeah, she's had a really good game. She's attacked kind of that zone, got into the mid-range action, has been very, very active.
She's got 18 points. And another foul is called. This time on West. And I believe that is going to go on, Pickert, Sabrina Pickert, her first. Team foul number 8. But we'll have 2 shots. First one is missed by Bolter. Another sub as well. Let's update the score there. 57 is what it is. 57-30. And it'll stay that way. Nice rebound. Good block out on the inside, but stolen right away. 1-on-1. Nice no-look pass. It went out of bounds. Getting back in transition defense was Gruzy. And Gruz kicked it out, so it'll be West ball.
Yeah, no. Again, transition defense, that was better. When you're trying to get back there, you get to the front of the rim.
Spartans have already scored as many in this half as they did in the first half. It was 41-15 at the break. West almost throwing it away. Ball is loose. Well, they'll try and work up against that 2-3 zone again. Just work it around the perimeter. Maybe eat up a little bit of clock here.
Good pass.
Unless you can get a shot like that, but they missed it. And again, a held ball. It'll stay with West. Once they get going in that offense, it looks pretty good, pretty smooth.
Well, and they've done a good job of attacking baselines and attacking the zone in numerous ways. Obviously, they've been out in transition, so the defense hasn't been able to get set. They've made outside shots. They've drove the wide gaps, and I think when you have gaps that are wide against the zone, when you drive those, good things happen. So Oshkosh West has done a really good job against that zone in numerous ways.
Kenna Lloyd gets in the scoring column with her first 2. And it'll tap out of bounds. It'll stay with Oshkosh North. So Lloyd becomes only the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different players now have scored for Oshkosh West. Lloyd, the 5'10 junior. Coming in off of the bench for head coach Kenesha Phillips. It's a long shot, and it is loose and picked up by Hammonds. Looking up court, good fast break. Roshan Baker connecting. That's her first 2 of this half. She got 17 on the game.
Yeah, and Hammond, she's done a good job of really pushing the ball. I've really liked it. She's been able to make sure she's been able to get the ball in open areas. Her court vision's been really good.
And a travel, another turnover on the Spartans. And more substitutions coming in. Meredith Posensky, 5'11 sophomore. Getting some playing time in the final 3 minutes of this one. As Oshkosh West looking to go to 4-5 overall, 2-5 in conference play. But they throw it out of bounds there. Some of these late turnovers not going to look good in the books for
either team. I was going to say it's going to make them balloon on one side and really both of them.
North looks to push. Hands it off to Rock Teschel. Back into the game. And another turnover. Here comes West. In transition, but push from behind. And a foul on the Spartans. That will go on Ariana Hudson, her second. 4th on North in this second half. They still got a couple to give here in the final 2.5 minutes. A game that's been pretty much all Oshkosh West. After the big breakaway, after about the first 3 or 4 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, Joe, you're right. And the lead ballooned so quickly for Oshkosh West. It didn't take much, and then they've really kind of, in the second half, they haven't done a whole lot to extend it. But I think Oshkosh North has also played better this second half, too. And as I say that, they give up a wide open layup. But overall, I think the second half has been a better performance by Oshkosh North. So you try to find the positives, right?
Yeah, exactly. That baseline drive by Lauren Best, the 5'6" sophomore, becomes another Oshkosh West lady to score here this evening. Long three-pointer. That's off the mark. Easy breakaway at the other end, and two more here for Sabrina Pickert. Right at the 90-second warning here. Ball tapped around, and another steal by Oshkosh West. Long two off the side of the rim. Schlotthauer. And back in Reese Lang. 5'5" junior. And up next for Oshkosh West, they will be welcoming in Fond du Lac on Tuesday. Another two-pointer there. Extends the lead for them. I believe this is their largest one. At 67-30. With exactly 60 seconds left to play. Shot is missed, and West brings it down. Do they push it here? Or they back things out, run down the clock? Or maybe get a couple of the reserves in there. Jumper off the mark by Schlotthauer. She's one of the only West players to not score tonight. Most of them have. Long three ball. That is no good. And Best will walk it across the timeline. Still looking to score. Under 15 seconds left. Of course, North trying to get that steal, too. Three is good. Sabrina Pickert.
And they were going to let her run it out. Then North decided to pressure a little bit, so West said, well, we're going to go try to score one more time.
And your final score this evening, right at a 40-point margin. Final score in game number one of our doubleheader here tonight. All Oshkosh West by a final score of 70-30.
Well,
Thoughts
Oshkosh,
on this one,
yeah,
Brian Butch?
Yeah, Oshkosh West, their season high for scoring is 72 points. They get to 70 tonight. Thought they played a pretty well game. They were able to take care of the zone, hit the offensive rebounds. Thought they defended it at a pretty good level. When you look at what Oshkosh North did, obviously I think the biggest thing that you're going to look at is just taking care of the ball security. How do you limit your turnovers? How do you make sure you get shots on every possession? Again, that's all teachable stuff. And I think those are all things that when you look at big picture, what can we do to make sure that we're stronger with the ball? That stuff you just get in the gym, you continue to work, you continue to grow. It's a young team. One of the problems with young teams is a lot of turnovers.
70-30, your final score. Up next for each one of these teams. The Oshkosh West, they will be welcoming in Fond du Lac on a two-game win streak now here for Oshkosh West. So they try and even up their record coming up on Tuesday. As far as North, they drop to 0-10. And up next for them, it does not say on there. Up next for them, they will be at Stevens Point coming up on Tuesday, and then at Hortonville next Thursday. Again, final score in this one, Oshkosh West 70, Oshkosh North 30. We will take out here. Take a little break, and then stay tuned. Coming up, I'm going to guess about 15 to 20 minutes or so. Tune back in. We've got the second part of our doubleheader here tonight. It is the boys going to be going at it, Oshkosh North and Oshkosh West, and we will have all the action for you whenever they tip things off. Final score once again here from Oshkosh North in the girls' game, 70-30 West downing Oshkosh North. For Adam Van Handel, on the camera here tonight, Brian Butch, my broadcast partner. I am Joey D. So long for right now. Back in about 20 minutes or so here from Oshkosh North High School.